Well, I'm hoping that we'll be able to do just that. Thank you, Sulaiman. We have with us Roy Ohidieve. I hope I got that right.
That's right. Thank
he's
you.
a security expert and also an ambassador for the Nigeria Army Public Relations. Yeah. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you very much.
Well, should I start by saying Happy Armed Forces Remembrance Day, you being a veteran yourself?
I'm not with you in the Happy Armed Forces Remembrance Day. I'm not with you there because I'm a veteran and we are laying wreaths for fallen heroes. There are living heroes that right now are blind in the villages. There are some with kidney problems. There are some that also are fallen heroes, but the families did not get their benefits. There are those that have arthritis. They can't walk. They can't go to the bank to verify their BVN. They can't do all of that, so their pensions have been stopped. So the Military Pension Board is doing all it can, kudos to them, to try to meet up these gaps. And we are doing Armed Forces Remembrance Day.
But until...
so we are waiting. The veterans, they toned down their protest, the peaceful rally that was supposed to be done, because we looked at the international hype that it will create. There are foreign dignitaries at that program yesterday, and then that was not our target. Our target is an internal awareness to make the government come back to the drawing board. So if we had gone out there for a peaceful protest, we will be creating unnecessary embarrassment for the government. We are a very disciplined set of people and will remain so.
Well, then let's get to the matter at hand. It's definitely very disturbing that, we're getting to hear things like this, especially when we should be celebrating our heroes, especially those of them that are alive and their family members as well. But let's get to the matter at hand. Today, we're talking about the kidnap of students from the Nigerian Turkish International School. What were your first thoughts when you heard that these children were kidnapped?
I was embarrassed. I was angry and I was embarrassed. I was angry in the sense that we have made opportunities available to most of these schools, most of these communities. There are very, very sharp and aware professional security practitioners in Nigeria that are beating all international standard or international ratings. And this set of professionals, they have pallies, they have platforms, the ASIS, the IIPS, the ISN, where they meet. And you could get free consultancy as a CSRO from those institutes. We could come there, we could look at your facility, we could profile budget-friendly solutions. And they are not taken to use, and I even tell schools that have low budgets for security, I say, give me your breakdown of your cost. Sometimes you will see per child, they are charging so and so amount for security. If you put it together for all of the children, is it adequately dispensed to meet your security risk for that facility? So we ask them, can we look at your budget? Can we bring it down to your budget and see how we can curb and bring in surrounding organizations? A school is not solo in an environment. You may have a factory, you may have a bank, you may have other kinds of churches. You can bring all of these organizations together and pull funds together and make that community a fortress that nobody can get out of if you want to lock it down. I just went to a school I have security with. They moved to Lekki Ekpeazis, and it was not a gated environment. So we went there together. I made them send flyers out. We met with the community. We did a drill. If you get in and you take any of the assets there, the greatest asset is our kid. Our kids are the greatest assets. If you take anyone, how do you get out? A community should be concerned about lockdown. When you see that there is a risk, somebody escalates or you escalate yourself by a gunshot, so we lock the community down. So I was embarrassed and I was angry.
Well, when you look at the story that we heard about, because civilians can only do so much. When you look at, we can raise fences, we can put barbed wires on them, we can employ security men who will largely be unarmed. When we hear the armed people come into a school compound, for instance, it immediately disarms the security men you put at the gate, and it would look like boarding schools are more and more targets. What would you say that the government should be doing in conjunction with the schools and the communities around them?
There's a lot that is distracting the government right now. There's a lot of government responsibilities. Any of it that borders to the citizens, it is the onus of the citizens to create that attraction. It is the onus of the citizens to escalate that neglect. It is. And how do you do it? See, if you go out and do a war situation, there is no win-win in war. Because in war, the war continues. You win a battle, and another battle is there to be fought. So there is no win-win. So what you need to look at now is, how does these kidnapping issues come about? We have 4 trending types now. There is the one you do kidnap for fraud, where a brother or a sister plans with some other persons and say, I was kidnapped. And people start phoning in to say, pay monies. Or when the police come in, they now detected that this person was kidnapped by friends with their plan. Children do it to their parents right now, and so many other things. Then we have kidnapped for ritual purposes, where the victims are taken away so body parts can be extracted from them. We also have kidnap for vendetta, where people, like the one that just happened in the East, when people came from abroad to celebrate the Christmas season. Some people were kidnapped that came from diaspora, and they were killed. So you will be thinking, some said he didn't give us money when he was abroad. So that is vendetta. Then communities too can maroon a community and kidnap some people from there. Then those ones come back again and attack another community and kidnap some people from there. Is vendetta. Okay, then you look at this one we are looking at this morning. I kept it for the last. This is kidnap for raising funds. Now, why do criminals raise funds? It's a very, very interesting angle to exploit. You see, we had this situation where people funded criminal gangs as a way to generate an army to be able to have a voice. That's why they said most times when politics was so dirty here in Nigeria, every politician wanted to have a gang where they come, they break bottles, they shoot guns, and you say, that guy is around. No, but when the political class started to see that they need to fine-tune some of these things, they left these gangs. Now they are there doing bunkering. They are there doing armed robbery. Now we say armed robbery is not easy anymore. It's not easy to just come into a street and rob house to house like it used to be. So how do these guys raise funds now? So when you hear of a kidnap case, you look at the antecedents of the arrests that have been made, you will understand that they are raising funds. They are raising funds. And you know that there was a curb on oil and gas corrupt practices.